Grandpa, I'm back.
Vasilisa, I did some divinations the other day. Learned that Vakul is holding you captive. And then I went to the Church of the Trinity, did what needed to be done. That's why the water demon let you go.
The prayers may not be the reason. He had a task for me.
You tell old Yegor about the events of recent days.
So that Miller was Pahom. Interesting. A Vadinoi doesn't forget his subjects. Be on the lookout with this demon. He may try to pull one over on you.
I don't trust demons, just as you taught me.
And that's why you helped the Rusalka. That is not the same as a changeling girl. We need to be careful in our line of work, or you'll wind up beneath the earth. Anyway, we need to think about something else. Ask the bandits about Vakul. They might give you some advice.
All right, Grandpa. What kind of bandits make offerings to him?
I think river bandits. Not a rare sort nowadays. They may be escaped convicts or former factory workers. You're a powerful knower. They can't hurt you. Curse them if they try anything. Don't let them catch their breath.
I met Rusalka. Do you think we can help her?
The Rusalka? She's dead already. How can you help a dead person? Well, I'm sorry, Vasilisa. I spoke without thinking. I don't think she has friend that can help her.
But I found her name. It must mean something.
You're saying she's Pahom's daughter? Let him think about it.
Can I at least free her from the Vadinoi?
That spirit holds on to his droners until their early time is up. He might let them go sooner, for the right price. Sometimes, of course, they can be saved with prayer. Vadinois who are weaker than ours have a lower price. What price will Vakul ask? No one knows. You can try it if you want to, but the seal takes priority. Don't you forget that.
Do you think he will keep his promise about the salt and the seal?
I dealt with him once, also at a mill. Did everything he had to, but also took all that he could. A powerful chort. Now it's your turn. You'll beat him, never doubt that.
I see. Time to go.
All right. That pothouse of yours isn't far from Salatnova, to the west of Kusheva.
Nekrasova isn't far. One drowner asked me to help him.
I'll get Pahom in the meantime. God help you.
Could you maybe bring me a jug of milk? And some pruno, as much as possible, instead of bothering me with all that questions.
Yes, Vasilisa. Why won't you treat our guest with mash? Here you go, Proshka, lad. Take it.
Thank you, Grandpa. What a nice guy.
Since when are you getting along so well?
Since the time Proshka saved all our books.
Yeah, there were mice all over. They ate your books, you know? And I caught them all.
So it turned out not a bad thing to have any caught at home. He caught all the mice.
What else do you want to know?
What happened next? How did you live in a church?
Vasilisa. Hard to remember. As if all the memories were gone with the wind.
So, you don't remember anything?
Just a bit. Too little. Well, what you looking at? Try to live such a long time, and then we'll see how good you are with all this remembering business. I do remember living in a rich house where I always sat. As a susiedka, I guess. And I looked over all three sides.
All four, you mean?
No. I remember this quite well. Three of them. Our side, one below, and one above. And then there was a wind. It blew at all times, cold, northern. And river shells whispered me something.
Sounds eerie.
No, it was alright. But it is not the whole story. Just give me some time and I will have it all. What else do you want to know?
Why do you need a pruno? You're undead.
The undead need a treat from time to time, don't they? You know, they sometimes treat Sosietkas and the parents. Why am I any different? What else do you want to know?
Let's go. We'll talk later.
Listen, Vasya. Remember how I talked about learning not how to become mobile? I have an idea. I think I need to eat a spirit that knows how to do just that. I know of this one, Zagaver. I inherited it. It just might work.
I doubt you can eat a spirit just like that.
Why the devil not? What good are they otherwise? We need the kind that's both half spirit and half living, like a Kladnik.
Well, good luck finding one.
That's the thing! I know where we can find treasure. I buried some under my house before I died. By now, some Kladnik must have found it. I'll eat the useless spirit, and you can take the money. Deal?
Well, all right. I could do with some money, if it's not too far.
It's not. As I told you, I'm from Bonjuk. We'll be back in no time.
You quickly arrive at Big Ojga village. Contrary to its name, it consists only of a couple dozen houses. A familiar peasant girl notices you, who has asked for old Yegor's help before. This time, she asks you to heal her cattle. You examine the cow, which has indeed been cursed. After your Zagavers, the animal spits out the evil spirit, a bundle of bile, hair, and rapidly blinking eyes. You quickly squash the tiny chort, giving it no opportunity to flee. The girl thanks you and tells you of another misfortune. Several peasants have gone missing in the swamps. They were almost certainly taken by forest chorts. You don't try to reassure your acquaintance, as too much time has passed already. But you remember the directions she gives you. An old wooden trail creaks beneath your feet. You anxiously look around, feeling the presence of evil spirits. A quiet whisper by your left shoulder startles you, and you turn around. All you see is the emptiness of a swamp at night. Your blood runs cold when you realize what you've heard was a whisper from the dead. The souls of the restless peasants call for your help. They never found their way out of this god-forsaken swamp. The whisper returns, and this time it leads you away from the road. You look into the darkness and see only low grass and somber bogs. It's becoming more and more dangerous to venture forward. You whisper a swamp Zagaver and carefully follow your incorporeal companion. Luckily, your sorcery helps you to avoid dangerous quagmires that turn up along the way. You finally walk onto a dry clearing somewhere in the middle of the black quagmire. Your worst fears prove true. The bodies of the missing peasants are already turning blue. To your horror, the corpses rise on their feet. It looks like Chorts have had ample time to possess the bodies. banish the last chort and look into its furry face. Could this chort be one you've already met? The sickening sound of falling corpses wakes you from your confusion. On your return to Big Achga, you tell about what has happened and leave the village with a heavy heart. You can hardly see any trees along the river. They've all been cut down by the Bonduk villagers. Your companion recollects familiar places and gives you directions on how to reach the home village better. The inspired Levonti leads you right to the old Galbetses, where a couple of chorts are immersed in a game of cards.